This is a steal for the Nuggets. Finally, a free agency choice that all the fans can agree on. But was it the right move? Let's get into all that and more today on Nuggets Digest. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for watching. My name's Stuart Hicar, a Colorado native basketball fan, and also just generally the most trusted man in all of amateur sports entertainment. And before we get into all the breaking news, there is something I gotta show you. Did you know that only about 10% of you are actually subscribed to this channel, which means almost 90% of you are missing out on the best gosh darn basketball analysis this side of the continental divide. So if you like what we do here at Nuggets Digest, hit that subscribe and like button to stay up to date with your favorite Mile High team. All right. Now that that is out of the way, we've got a lot to talk about. I made a video earlier today just talking about some Cam Whitmore free agency possibilities that could be really exciting. All of those rumors were quickly quashed because we have made some moves and they are huge. The first thing I want to address, if you are interested in the MPJ trade that got us Cam Johnson, please watch Amy's video. It was just uploaded to the channel. Really interesting stuff in there. I think Amy's got the right take on it. I'm psyched to have Cam Johnson on the team, and moving Michael Porter Jr.'s contract is going to make a lot of space for us to fill in this bench and hopefully make the team a lot deeper for a playoff run this year. The other thing, obviously, to keep in mind is that Michael Porter Jr. was a legend while we had him. Love the dude. He's streaky. He was injured in the playoffs. That's not his fault. I would love to see him do really, really well wherever he ends up. If it's staying with the Nets, if he gets traded from there, whatever it is, power to Michael Porter Jr. I want to see him shooting again. I want to see him looking good on the court. We all love you, Mike. Mike, good luck. But what we have to talk about today is obviously the second big free agency move that the Denver Nuggets have made in a single 24-hour period, and this one is also massive for us. It's a signing that we had talked about a lot coming up into free agency. People here at Nuggets Digest, this is somebody that fans love. Obviously, he was on our championship team. Who is it? Bruce Brown's back, baby. Bruce Brown Jr. Nuggets reportedly agree to a contract after MPJ Cam Johnson trade. This is pretty big. I'm really pumped to be getting Bruce back on the team. I think that he is the absolute perfect glue guy for a team. Bruce Brown was on our squad and really showed that we could, with the right energy and the right defensive work and all of that up and down swingman kind of attitude he has. I love Bruce Brown, man. I've missed him being around, and the one thing I do want to bring up, this is very funny when I was looking for headlines on this, here is from a Pacers website. Former Pacers $45 million flameout signs veterans minimum contract with the Nuggets. Now, yes, it's funny, obviously, that the Pacers are describing Bruce Brown as an entire flameout. That's brutal, but the more important thing is that veterans minimum contract phrase. Now, what does that mean? Essentially, we are getting Bruce Brown for the smallest amount of money we possibly can on a one-year deal. This is great for us. It's going to keep a lot of flexibility within our payment structure and our salary numbers, so we could potentially still sign one or two extra guys during this free agency segment. With Bruce Brown, obviously, we didn't have to give up anything to get him. And why? It's because his last 2 years since he's left the Nuggets have been rough. He hasn't really been hitting his numbers. He hasn't been used in the right way. I think he was asked to do a little bit too much. In all earnestness, I think that when a guy like Bruce Brown plays with Nikola Jokić and has a playoff run and wins a championship, obviously it's his turn to go get the bag. But ever since that happened, he, I think, has had way too much stress on his shoulders. I think he's been asked to win games for teams and really make things work. And in reality, he's a solid bench guy. He's like a solid seventh man, somebody who brings a lot of energy, who gets guys on the bench excited, keeps them working really hard. Honestly, Russell Westbrook is a great comparison to him. And something we need to think about as Nuggets fans is that we're probably now on the track to lose Russell Westbrook. Why? Obviously, he's another point guard. He was our bench point guard, and Bruce Brown was also playing point guard for us at the time, and I think we're going to bring him back. So is the writing on the wall? Does that mean that Russ is out of here? Potentially. I don't think it's impossible that they keep them both around and have Bruce maybe playing the two. It's not impossible, but I do think the Nuggets might be priming a lot of their fans right now to essentially understand that, hey, in the next couple of weeks, you may see maybe a deal from the Knicks, like I was talking about earlier today, for Russell Westbrook, which obviously, again, go get your bag. Russ, you had a great comeback season, a bit of a bounce back. You can be a really solid bench option, bench general, energy guy, a lot like Bruce Brown. Honestly, it doesn't, in my head, make a whole lot of sense to have Russell Westbrook and Bruce Brown on a team together. But, you know, we as of right now, that's what we've got. I think we'll make some more changes, but I do want to focus on at least one other person who's sort of in the up and down. Who knows what's going to happen with them? That's another cowboy wearing dude right here. We know Bruce Brown is a cowboy when he comes out to the Nuggets, listening to country music, loving Colorado, respect him for it. But DeAndre Jordan is also one of these big question marks, a little bit like Russell Westbrook right now. I think there's a good chance that DeAndre Jordan may be retiring this summer. His contract has expired with the Nuggets, and I don't see us re-signing him again. I'm hoping one of those other free agency spots for the Nuggets goes for a big man who could replace some of what Jordan was giving us. Obviously, he was not the backup center that a team like this needs, especially considering Jokić is not a defensive center primarily, and DeAndre Jordan, age-wise, has gotten to the point where he can't really be a 20-minute-a-game defensive center. He needs to be, maybe he can come out for 4 to 6 minutes if a rotation needs it. You know, he fills holes at this point, but I don't think he's what we're looking for. I would be excited in the next couple of weeks to see what big man we do end up going with. It's all very, very exciting. But right now, obviously, we should be talking about Bruce Brown and what he can bring to the team. Again, at a veteran minimum, which means we are getting the best option that some guys were really excited about bringing to the team for so little, that which maintains our flexibility with the rest of free agency. Let's take a quick look just at his stats over the past season, just to get kind of an idea where he's at. And 8-4-2 is not too shabby at all. His three-point shooting has dipped a little bit since he was back on the Nuggets. And of course, in this photo, he sort of does look like Bugs Bunny, a wascally wabbit. But put that aside, I do think those 8 points a game and 4 rebounds are exactly what you're looking for this kind of guy. He's a guy who's going to give you minutes where you're not going to fall behind. You might have a few high-energy plays, like a great offensive rebound, maybe a deep three, an assist, a dish here or there. He's just a dude who is not going to let you down while he's out there. And I think the problem he had, especially playing for the Pacers, was that they were asking him to play more of a starter role, to create his own shots, to be a pretty large generator of scoring on the team. And I just don't think he was there for that. So what do we need from him? Really, it's energy. Really, it's that glue guy thing that was originally what brought him to the team, and I think why we're bringing him back as well. I think this is a young team now with a young coach who is ready to move on in this next season in a really exciting, high-energy, young pace way. The Pacers played with pace, and they got to the finals with it on a team that's a little bit broken but deep. I think if we're thinking like, hey, let's put that on the Nuggets. I think that the Nuggets are a really well-conditioned team. Obviously, playing at elevation helps that. And I think adding a guy like Bruce Brown, who could run a couple of miles up and down the court, tire out a team, while not letting the lead slip away while Jokić is on the bench, that is exactly what we're looking for. I personally, I'm psyched to have the dude back on the team, even if it's 1 year, even if it is, who knows, maybe he has dropped in talent a little bit in that time. We'll see. But in the end, I think it's the kind of energy that he brings to the locker room that Coach Adelman and our front office, Josh Kroenke, were most excited about bringing him on for. If he brings in some points, if he dishes out a couple of assists, if he grabs a few offensive boards, fantastic, all the better. But again, Bruce B is back in Denver, and I don't think Nuggets fans can be any happier with how free agency is going so far. But again, that is just my opinion. What do you think? You know, do you agree with my very good takes, or do you think I should be forced to make free agency predictions till the day I die? Either way, join the community down below. Let me know in the comments. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, join the community, and thank you so much for watching another episode of Nuggets Digest. Obviously, this has been another perfect video, and until next time, go Nugs.